Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to present about the cultural mapping in Kuala Selangor. At the beginning of this presentation, I will briefly talk about what is cultural mapping. Cultural mapping can be known as also cultural resources mapping or cultural landscape mapping, which refers to a wide range of research methods and tools that are used to map the tangible and intangible cultural asset of different people in the local landscape of different cultures. Kuala Selangor is in northwestern of the Selangor, which also the second largest of Selangor's 9 districts with 117,844 hectares. In the past, the location served as the administrative hub for Selangor, although the district is large, but then the urban site we study are located in Mukim Kuala Selangor, which is the smallest division among the other Mukim. The interesting fact of the history of Kuala Selangor is it is named by a settlement on the upstream bank of Sungai Selangor. By the data in 2019, we found that it has 10,384 of residents. Issue that happened in near Kuala Selangor is the core zone are highly developed but have no significant identity that shows the heritage value due to the blending of architecture building design, and the cultural identity of fishing village is hard to being noticeable. The methodology on collecting the data is by the primary data through the site visit, local interview, and data from the museum. The secondary data is then by searching online with related website, article, videos. The data collect then differentiate into tangible and intangible, and then at last analysis in detail. The first tangible that I have mapped in Kuala Selangor is the heritage site, buildings, architecture style, and monument. From the map and the SketchUp model I have built, we can notice that most of the heritage building or site are highly compact at the Bukit Melati area. The heritage site, buildings, and monuments are Kota Tanjung Keramat, Historical Museum Kuala Selangor, Altingsburg Lighthouse, Batu Hamper, the Seven Wells, the Poison Well, Royal Mausoleum, Tangga Seratus, and Medan Perwira. Every listed monument or site are rich in sense of history. As an example, Kota Tanjung Keramat, which used to serve as a fortress, and in 1784 it was conquered by the Dutch, who renamed it as Fort Utrecht, but it is almost abandoned nowadays due to the user have no clear direction to the destination. The History Museum of Kuala Selangor was once the official residence of Kuala Selangor District Office, which raised the question of why it was declared as a heritage site. For others monument or site, just like what has stated in the description, they have their own unique historical value. As in listed here, there are types of different architecture styles, including early streets electric, neoclassical, Southern Chinese, and early transition, can be seen in Kuala Selangor. The architecture style of early streets electric, neoclassical, Southern China are in the town of Bukit Melati, and early transition are in Pasir Penama. However, due to the randomly distribute of this heritage architecture style, it causes more conflict between the modern type of buildings. The second tangible that I have mapped is the religious building. There are a total of 5 religious buildings with strong historical value, although there are many of temples in Kuala Selangor, but on the field of it are mapped as tangible due to their significant characteristics. Most of the Hindu temples are new built, therefore it does not map as tangible religious building. The Pekan Mosques are built in around 1960, which near to the Bukit Melati and now are under renovation. Among the 4 Chinese temples, the oldest temple is Tian Fu Gong Temple, which located in the town of Bukit Melati and was built around 1888. The second oldest temple is Feng Shangshi Temple, which was built in 1925 and is important to the residents in Pasir Penama. The Monkey God Temple and Qi Xian Shi Fo Zhu Gu Miao are also a memorable temple in the site. The last temple that I have been mapped is the Heritage Tree. There are only 3 trees are officially classified as heritage tree, which locate at the top of Bukit Melati as it shown in the diagram. They also have their own register called as the legend show. From the tree data, we know that 3 of the trees are rain tree and their age are up to 110 years old, which height of the tree are more than 20 meters. When it comes to the economy, which intangible mapping, the most significant we can notice in Pasir Penama is about seafood restaurant. But Pasir Penama have more than that, which beside restaurant, they have wet market, grocery shop, dry fresh product supply, accommodation, cafe, and blacksmith shop. Pasir Penama wet market is a primary market in Kuala Selangor for selling fresh seafood. It located near Jalan Ferry Lama. All of the fresh fish served here is caught in a nearby fishing village, where the flow chart also shows how the process of fish caught until sell to the user or the restaurants. Sungai Buloh acts as the primary sources of fish supply and it sells to local seller or the seafood restaurant. The economy in Pasir Penama is more focused on tourist purpose, therefore there are types of accommodation, seafood restaurant, and cafe in unique design to attract more customers. There are also mapping of skills in Pasir Penama. There are types of skill, one of it as mentioned just now, the blacksmith shop, which has existed along the seashore main route for more than 50 years, are still in relative decent condition today. Selling metal parts of board and craft cleavers, parang, machetes are one of their jobs. Other than that, some of the blacksmiths also craft aluminium products such as kettle or pot, which mainly sell to the residents nearby. Furthermore, skills such as fish net repairing, dry seafood, and making shrimp and fish crackers also can be found in the fishing village. The fishing industry, shrimps and fish crackers is also a large source of income in the fishing village. The chart shows how the process of making shrimp crackers. First, collect fresh shrimps, and then the process of peeling shells, blending, steam, cooling, and slicing, then come to the last, drying. Come to the last intangible mapping is the religious activities. There are 3 religious activities that everyone in Kuala Lumpur will know, which are the sighting moon and annual activities which also called as Vaituhila, which means the crescent moon by Muslims to determine the Hijrah month. The other 2 activities are from the temple, which is Qingge of Tianfu Gong Temple, the day of Zhang Gong deity procession. They will walk around the cordon and enter every residential area and go to different temples. And the last activity is Ghost Year Festival, which the Fengshan Xin Temple will organize the Ghost Year Festival at the parking lot area in front of the commercial area as the picture shop. One of the person in charge stated that the tree with red ribbons is one of the proof left after the event. In short analysis, the strength are there are many heritage sites in the area of Bukit Melati and have many different of culture that can found from the aspect of skill and religious activities in Pasir Penambang. But the occurrence of conflict between modern architectural design and the old architecture design building style and the identity of the place is not strong enough and cause many of the culture is hard to discover become the weakness of Kuala Lumpur. The opportunity of the place is to increase the activities in the fishing village to let users discover their uniqueness and culture. The threat that appear in Kuala Lumpur is youngsters have lost interest and progressively stop learning those special skills due to the lack of profit, and tourists only get attracted by the seafood restaurant in the area but not their identity or culture. In conclusion, we have a responsibility to maintain and take care for both the tangible and intangible aspect of the heritage or value that is contained in a single location. Preserving, repairing, restoring, and maintaining places and structures that have significant or important heritage value should be considered part of the heritage building preservation efforts. The intangible asset of Kuala Lumpur continue to be undeveloped because most of them are buried in the fishing village. Therefore, more activities should be carried out to light up their skills and their cultural activities in Pasir Penambang. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.